Frank has been retired for 3 years. Before that, he woke up at 5 every morning for nearly 40 years to go to work, even on rainy or snowy days. After retiring, he still kept the habit of setting his alarm, not because he needed it, but because without that sound, the day felt like it started too late to matter. His wife passed away 2 years ago. Since then, the house hasn't changed much, except that no one complains anymore when he forgets to turn off the lights or leaves his shoes by the door. Frank eats breakfast alone, watches the news alone, and talks to the television as if it could answer back. He isn't sad in a dramatic way. There are just days when he realizes he hasn't spoken a single word to anyone for nearly 24 hours. One morning, he woke up even before the alarm went off. The house was so quiet that he could hear the ticking of the kitchen clock. Frank sat up, reached over to turn off the alarm, and suddenly realized that for months now, no one had said the familiar morning line anymore. "Why are you getting up so early again?" He sat there for a few minutes, doing nothing, just looking at the empty space beside him, a place that had been cold for a long time. That day, Frank didn't turn on the television. He put on his jacket and drove to the grocery store he'd been going to for years. At the checkout counter, the cashier asked, "Is your wife not with you today?" It took Frank a few seconds to answer. He said she had passed away, his voice so calm it surprised even him. The girl apologized, Frank nodded, took his bags, and walked out to his car. When he sat in the driver's seat, his hands shook slightly for the first time that day. That evening, Frank stood in the kitchen holding 2 plates, as he always did. He stood there for a long time, then slowly put one of them back into the cabinet. It was the first time he had ever done that. Before going to bed, Frank opened his phone, looked at his call log, then closed it without calling anyone. He didn't want to bother anyone, and he didn't know how to start a conversation when there was nothing new left in his life to talk about. That night, Frank turned off his alarm. Not because he no longer needed it, but because he realized there was no longer anyone who needed him to wake up early. Meaning for everyone watching this video, when a life partner is gone, the greatest loss isn't them. It's realizing that no one needs your presence every day anymore.